What's up, guys? Welcome to the debut episode of Corey's Car Review. Let's get started. Over here, we have a super cool 1977 Pontiac Bonneville. Now, you're probably thinking, Corey, that is so cool. My grandma has one just like this in the garage that she drives every day. Well, if your grandma has this car with this motor and this exhaust system, and she's probably the little old lady from Pasadena that the Beach Boys wrote about. So I talked about the motor. I want to show you that the first thing because that is, I think, one of the coolest parts on this car. If I can find the hood release. Now what makes this car unique is it doesn't have the 301, it doesn't have the 350, it's got the 400. Now although it's not pretty because of all the smog stuff that the government put on in the 70s, which completely killed the muscle car era, this has a 400, and I think that's really cool. It's pretty rare. In 1970, the 70 Chevelle had the 454, the LS6 Chevelle had the 454 with 450 horsepower. What would have been so wrong with GM putting the 400 in this with 400 horsepower? I don't think that would have been wrong, but they didn't, so we'll move on. The tires, we replaced those. We went with a set of white letter tires. I think white letter tires just make the whole car, it just changes the whole looks of the car. It's crazy just changing tires and wheels, the difference the car will make. I don't always change my tires, but when I do, I go with white letter. The exhaust on this is really cool. What we did was we ran it out the side underneath this door. We straight piped it. It's super loud. It sounds really cool, and it does not sound like your everyday Pontiac Bonneville. Moving on to the back, something cool that GM did in 1977 was they equipped this car with automatic adjustable rear suspension. Well, what that means is this car is so heavy that it squats with a full tank of gas in the back, which makes the back end set a little bit low. As you drive it and you run gas out of the tank, the rear end raises up to right at level or above level. So, pretty cool, right? Not that, not every car can do that, but this one can. So that's something else that makes it unique. I want to go around the side. I'll open this door for you. I want to show you the interior on this car. Oh, I forgot to mention, this car is all original. The paint's original, interior's original. It's got 93,000 miles. It's a one-owner car. I bought it from the original owner, which is pretty cool. I mean, the original owner bought this off the showroom floor 44 years ago, and I'm only the second owner. So that's really cool. I'll go around the other side and I'll let you look at the interior while I go around there. The seats on this thing are super clean. The back seat doesn't even look like it's ever been set in. It's probably been laid in once or twice in 44 years, but I doubt it's ever been set in. One thing I want to note is anybody that knows anything about cars from the 70s, what is one thing that all the cars from the 70s have in common? The dash is cracked. Almost every car I've seen from the 70s, whether they've been garaged quite a bit or not, the dash is cracked. This thing, as you can see, the dash is immaculate. The speaker holes right here, none of these on anywhere on the dash is cracked. I think that's incredible. Another thing I want to point out that's really cool about this car is it has a factory 8-track player. I don't know of very many cars that still have the 8-track player installed. For the younger kids that are watching, younger than me, probably my kids' age, before XM radio, before Pandora, we had CDs. Before CDs, there were cassette players. Before cassette players, there was an 8-track player. And you see these in guys' garages in boxes because they've all been replaced, but that just shows you how cool this car is being all original. It's got the original 8-track player. So that's the interior. You guys want to hear it? Because this thing sounds really cool. Showed you the inside of the car, you've heard it, now let's go drive it. Alright guys, we're going to get this thing on the highway and open it up so you can listen to it. Sounds really cool at 70 mile an hour. Left to do is a burnout. Alright guys, so I want to make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, because you're not going to miss all the upcoming videos. I hope you like this one.